Hey, you guys, how you doing? Hey, my name is Just Bria, and I'm back with another video. Before I get into where do I begin, I just have to let the music play and let the Holy Spirit come in and take over. It's in the room. It's in the room. I first want to say, Happy New Year's. We are in 2019, and this is starting off, and it's going to be a great year. I already claimed it. It's nothing but blessings this year. Whatever I need is in the room. So today I'm talking a little bit on starting over. The relationship is over. How do I find myself again? And when I was going through it, I had that question come to me time and time again, with me asking myself, where do I begin? I don't even know what I like. The relationship is over and it's just me, and I'm trying to figure out, how do I start what I wanted to do? How do I finish? Before I was in a relationship, I was in school. Before I was in a relationship, I had this goal set for myself, and now the relationship is over, and I'm trying to figure out, how do I get back to me? How do I bring the smile back and the joy back? How do I begin? And I'm seeing that a lot of women have this question after the relationship. And so, what, I really had to just sit down with myself, and I had to sit down with God, and I had to ask the question, who am I? And it was difficult. I'm not going to even hold you guys up. It was so difficult to figure out what I like, because I got so used to doing what the person I was with liked, that I didn't even realize that the stuff that I started doing, I didn't even like doing. So one day, I just went to a coffee shop. Anybody that know me know that I used to be a barista, so I cannot stand coffee like that, because I used to just drink coffee all the time. So I never really picture myself going back into a coffee shop. And so I went into this coffee shop, and it was in Flint, and I seen a whole bunch of different people, like business owners, entrepreneurs. I just seen them working on their businesses, college students. And then I realized, said, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. It might be small, but this is where I'm supposed to be, in an atmosphere of like-minded individuals. So what I had to begin is seeing where I want to be. I have to make that choice. I had to make that choice. I can't sit in the same place over and over and over again, because what I realized is I had lost so much time in my life. And even though it may have been 2 years, but I lost a lot of time in my adult years, not being into myself, not taking care of myself. Like I said in the last video, I wasn't tending to my own garden. So when the relationship ended, I found myself either trying to latch on to another individual, or try to go back to where God has brought me from, because the fear of the unknown will keep you bounded, and you will not want to move forward. So I found myself over and over again trying to go back to where God had brought me from, because what God had brought me from was so familiar. And getting to know myself, I had absolutely no idea of who I was or where I wanted to go. So really, one day I just started talking to myself, and writing myself little different notes while I was at work. I remember one day, one of my notes said, to myself, and I put them up all on my wall. And one day I'm going to show you guys over my headboard. I have affirmations and places that I see myself as, but it took time though. Sitting down, ask yourself, where do I want to go? Where's my life going? What do I see myself as, and how and what can I do to get there? How can I get there? What can I do to make this happen? Are your thoughts aligned with your desire? So what I have to realize is a lot of my stagnant came from the fact that my thoughts did not align up with what I wanted to do. My thoughts always said I can't do this. My thoughts always said I won't do this, or this won't happen. And I started feeding into negativity. And you can't have a negative mind if you want to move forward. You can't have a negative mind if you're trying to start over. And once you out of that relationship, now it's just you and God. There is nobody else. There's nobody that can distract you. And for those who have children, you have to take care of your children, but I don't. So I had to ask myself, what am I doing that's keeping myself from moving forward? Again, what am I doing from keeping myself from moving forward? Why am I stuck in this place? I spent the whole year after the relationship still trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And God was trying to push me forward. He like, okay, Jabria, you need to come on. Okay, Jabria. And every time God would try to open the door, me being so hard-headed, I would just literally snatch back and be like, okay, I want to go back to where I was. But where I was in abuse, and where I was not where I was supposed to be. That relationship is not for me, but it was familiar. I got so used to being with that person. I had to say, what adds value to my life? What is important to me? What makes me happy? Well, when was the last time I had to ask myself, when was the last time was I happy, like truly happy? And money can't buy you happiness. No. People can't buy you happiness. I'm just telling you that. But with me, I have to figure out what makes me happy. Really. Then the other thing is I have to start talking about what I want. And you don't have to talk to people. You literally can talk to God. Some days I will literally sit in the mirror and say, okay, this is what I want from myself. I see myself as I'm going to do this. And then I began to look up different programs. Okay, then I found out like Flint have this wonderful medical program where they have phlebotomy and medical assistance, and it's all government funded. But I found that by spending time with myself, seeing what I wanted to do. There's also different schools out here. I said, okay, now I want to go to school. What do I want to go to school for? And that means I have to sit down with myself, right? So then I realized, okay, starting over is not as easy as people think it is. It's like people expect you soon as you get out of that relationship, you think you could just jump back into the single life, or you can jump back and be who you was. And really, that's not the case. I probably would never be the person I was before the relationship. I will never be that person again, because now I see God put me into that relationship so that I could see and I could learn what I was supposed to learn. See, what I learned in that relationship, what love is not. See, I did everything right for the wrong person. And I had to really take accountability, because through the relationship there were red flags. Through the relationship, God time and time gave me this intuition that it was time to leave, that too much time was getting dragged from my life. And now some days I sit up and I just wonder, like, Lord, how did I get here? Lord, how did I get to a place where I don't even recognize the person that's looking back at me in this mirror, because I looked at myself and I was really big. Like, I used to be really skinny guy. So one day I just looked in the mirror and was like, who is this fat, ugly? And I know I shouldn't have said that about myself, but honestly, I didn't know who that was. Who is this? Who was this coward that allows people to walk all over her when I've never been a coward, and I'm not, because I'm courageous, because I know that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So why do I cower down all of a sudden? Came from that relationship. Why do I feel insecure about myself? Came from eating my emotions. So now that this weight is on, I said, okay, where do I begin? So I started doing little things with my life, okay, changing my eating habits. See, I didn't used to cook a lot. I used to kind of be one of them fast food type females, right? I said, okay, I'm going to start cooking more. I'm not really the best cook, but you know what? I'm going to start dibbling dabbing and seeing what I like to eat, cooking for myself. Then I said, okay, I'm going to start going on walks. I'm gonna start taking myself, getting my hair done, doing my makeup, even when I don't go anywhere. And like right now, I'm in the process of like clearing out my closet space and things of that sort. But what I'm saying to you guys is, when you are starting over, you literally have to just begin living your life. You have to begin living your life. There is no, for me, I didn't went to a psychiatrist. You know, you can always get help too. Like if you start dealing in depression and all of that, literally you have to start living, because people can talk to you all day, but some people, they take drugs and medication, but for depression, that or the hardship. But really, you guys, you have to make the effort. You have to make the effort into yourself and just really start to what God has given you, and really just start to tend to your own garden. So I'm just really on here to really encourage my females that have been hitting me up about the depression that they're going through. And I'm telling you, when you are ready, and those who are still in the relationship, when you are ready, you will know. And when that relationship ends, you do have a sister in me, and y'all can just keep on reaching out. But I just really had to come on here and just begin. You know, this is a new opportunity, and I'm just so ready to see what 2019 have in store, you guys, because it can be difficult. It can be very, very difficult starting over, but it's a blessing. Because why would you want to go back to something that God already has brought you from? And if He brought you from it, He gonna bring you through what you are going through right now. And I just want to just say, have a blessed day, everybody. And I just pray that God come in and just heal all the hurt from you guys' life, and that you are able to let God in, so that He has room to do what it is that He's going to do for you. And have a wonderful day. Turn this way.